so excited to meet him because I like that song.
Stars Cry. Zhen Hao
Yes.
is actually in the house tonight.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's
How you guys
happening,
doing?
Zhen Hao?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Now, Zhen Hao, I have to be totally honest with you.
Okay.
That I had never heard of your work. I have never heard of your work until Nathan J had brought it up, and he says, like, man, that's Zhen Hao. I was like, you have to educate me.
Right.
And he goes like, yeah, that's a good track. You know, he's a producer. He comes over here to the country every so often, and you know he's big in the scene, and
wow.
he
And
has
he's literally big too.
yes, he's 6'7". He has
Yes.
Nathan J has all praises for you.
Oh man, much respect, man.
And
Thank you, Nathan, for
and,
sure.
and this is a really good track that you came out with, which is Stars Cry.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like I was telling you earlier, it's actually a song that's been in the making for quite some time. Like, we took our time to make sure that we did it right. You know, I worked with who I personally feel is like really one of the best producers in the country, Sly Kane. Shout out to my brother Sly Kane.
Sly
man.
Kane.
Yeah, man, he's an amazing guy, dude. Like, he's so talented. He does so much stuff, man. He's a producer. He's an MC. He engineers. He mixes. He masters. You know, so yeah. And then Mr. Blaze, of course. You know, like one of the hottest MCs in the country. And I don't know how well you guys do or do not know Blaze and Kane.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Those guys are amazing, man. I'm serious. They're like literally like some of the best performers like I see like anywhere, like, and not just here in the Philippines, but like in general. And I mean, I personally have done shows with like some of the biggest top acts in like the world, you know what I mean? Like from like E40 and Too Short and Rappin' Forte and like Lil Wayne and Flo Rida and you know,
Those-
like Sean Kingston, stuff like that.
those are
And, like,
really big names.
yeah, those are big names. You know what I mean? Like whether it was myself or the artists on my label. Like we worked with a lot of people on Blazing Kane. They're some really super talented dudes, man. And I'm happy that they just signed with Viva Records, so that they can hopefully start to really get the push that they deserve.
How often are you here in the country?
As much as I can be here.
Is there a lady in there somewhere?
No.
Yeah, when you keep coming back, there's got to be a lady somewhere,
no,
right?
Right, because when you keep coming back to a country, that you got to,
Yeah.
there's got to be someone
I
that
mean,
you got to visit.
I know ladies here, but I don't have no lady
So
here
there's
for sure.
there's no lady now. I know that's why he keeps coming back because if there was a lady, he wouldn't be getting out of. He wouldn't
I have
move
a lot
out.
of friends. I have a lot of friends. You know, like I was telling y'all earlier. I just recently recorded a song with my good friend Cello Asterid. She is a part of
Yes.
the Philippine All Stars, and we specifically we reached out to each other somehow, and we talked about wanting to make a song that was like consciously like embodying the energy and being dedicated to the Yolanda victims, where we just kind of like gave back through the music, and then we're actually last minute decided to also go, and we're going to the province of Borbon, I hope I said that right, in northern Cebu, and we're going to deliver relief goods through funds that we've raised and through sponsors that have helped us to be able to contribute. So I definitely wanted to do that because like the Philippines is like a. I told Mike Swift, man, like when I come here, it's like when I go back to the Bay. Like I don't feel like I'm in another country. I feel like I'm coming home. Like every
Right,
time
right.
I land here. This is my 11th trip in like 6 years.
Well, he actually told me that he has the Philippine flag on his back.
You do?
I do. Last year I was a part of, earlier this year, I was a part of Road to Araneta, and it was an independent movement to fill up Araneta Coliseum. We didn't quite get there yet, but we're still working on that. That's still going to happen,
Yeah, I heard about that from Mike Swift.
Yeah, and
The Road to Araneta, the Araneta Dreams.
yeah, we brought Disaster out here, one of the top battle MCs in the world, and the battle scene is definitely one of the biggest growing scenes in the world as far as the hip hop culture. And the Philippines actually have a very strong battle scene. I don't know if you guys do or do not know that, but some of your guys' top up and coming artists here are battle MCs that are now, you know, like your Shahis, your Loonies, your Abras, you know, those kind of guys, Basilio, Lord Batawat. I don't know if you guys do or do not know that song. You know what's crazy is that, do you guys know B-Rock?
B-Rock.
Yeah.
I've heard of B-Rock.
He told me that he was in church like a few weeks back, and that the priest actually was like, hey, there's a song by a local artist that is very relative to my sermon today. So
And it was B-Rock song?
No, it wasn't B-Rock song. It was Basilio's song, Lord Batawat, and he literally recited the lyrics for the whole song.
Oh my God, who is this priest?
I
Wow.
know,
That
I
must have been
know.
really trippy.
I mean, can you imagine for like the older people that were there? They're like, oh, you know, like listening to the sermon. But yeah, I thought that was cool.
Ang gagaling ng mga lyrics ng mga bata ngayon.
Yeah. But man, I want to say thank you. You know, I appreciate you guys helping us, man. You know, there's not a lot of opportunity for you know, us indie artists that don't have like major labels supporting us, and so you know, people, on behalf of myself, Jazzy, Blazing Kane, you know what I mean, B-Rock and Connectado, like, I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for supporting us, man.
You're most welcome. Wave 891 has become the bastion, more or less the last bastion of really good urban music and artists, you know, who just want to get their art out there.
And
Yeah.
thank you for contributing.
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's always my pleasure, and you know, like, I think that a lot of the radio stations have gotten kind of lost in that, and they don't realize it's actually your guys' job to help break some of the up and coming artists, and so
Yeah.
we appreciate it when there is still radio stations like doing their job. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, you know, like I don't say that disrespectfully at all or in any way. Like you know, you got to play the popular music, you know, the music that the masses want to hear. But at the same time, you know, they don't know what they want to hear if it's not played for them. Sometimes,
true.
you know, they have to at least have the opportunity. And then if you know, luckily for like a song like Stars Cry, where people are requesting it and they enjoy it, you know, like it speaks for itself. If no one's asking for it, then it must not be something that, you know.
You know what the crazy thing is? From where I'm seated, which is, you know, right behind the console, right behind a microphone, and it really amazes me, because after years of being in radio, you get to play the same old songs,
Right.
and you think that you know what songs are going to appeal to people.
Right.
Right? And there are some songs that you just take for granted, but it just surprises me sometimes that the songs you take for granted, like when you pick up the telephone, you get to talk to these people, they actually know more than you do, and when they request for a track, wait a minute, I think I saw that somewhere on the heap that we just took for granted.
Yeah.
And then we slap it on, and they say, yeah, that's the song I was asking for. And then you get to realize for yourself, wow, this song's really good.
Yeah.
We get to learn from our listeners.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and there's so much talent out there, both especially in the local scene,
Yeah.
which is the reason why Fantastic Management, you know, these guys are really passionate about, you know, what we play on air, our advocacy for, you know, for the Pinoy artists.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a booming scene out here, man. And like, I've been coming out here. We were talking about it earlier, how it's how, even though I wouldn't say that it's a new scene, because the scene has been here for a long time, but at the same time, as far as the awareness and popularity growth, it's growing right now, and it's changing, and it's evolving, and yeah, man, thank you H-Town for being with the record, man. Ron Poe's my bro, you know what I mean? He actually one of the tats on my body is from Ron Poe. Like, I don't get tats from anybody unless I have like a relationship with them, and like on a friendship level.
Yeah, we have to clarify that. We're going to ruin your image and Ron Poe's right here.
No. On a friendship level, we both only like girls. So,
What? You haven't heard about Ron Poe yet? That side of Ron Poe.
Nah. Ron's a good dude, man. Like, he's taken with me to a couple of gigs he had in Pampanga, and I hung out with him, and he rocks, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's honestly, in my opinion, one of the few DJs that still like really spins like the real old hip hop shit, that hip hop
Okay.
stuff,
Okay.
hip hop stuff that we grew up on, you know. So with that being said, man, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate you guys.
Now, by the way, if you guys just joined us, this is the Rowdy Empire on Wave 891. Very special guest. We got Shen Hao, and he's here in the Philippines. Like, how long have you been here? Since
Only a week
when
and like
you
a
arrived.
half. And just real quick, it's actually Zen Hao.
Zen Hao.
Zen Hao.
Yeah,
Zen Hao.
I keep saying Shen Hao. I'm
no,
sorry.
It's because that's how it looks, but it's kind of, you know, it's a little deceiving. It's almost like English, you know. Not everything is actually reads how it looks.
Zen
you know?
Hao.
Yeah, it's
How-
actually Zen Hao.
Sorry. How did you get that name?
I mean, like, to make a long story short, like, my real name is Zen, and I went to Taiwan back in 2001 on a spiritual journey, and I found my Zen, and I learned how to be Zen. So Zen found out how to be Zen Hao.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know, that's kind of like where it is. But I mean, it actually has multiple meanings. It means good. It means like a warrior of like the light in the Taiwanese dialect and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. So it kind of fits with like that's kind of my whole like thing. You know what I mean? I fight for the people. I've always been down for the underdog. You know what I mean? And so like that's why I'm here fighting alongside my Filipino brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another home for me, man, and I'm fighting alongside Mike Swift for this this movement, man, to bring it to the masa. You know what I'm saying? Because it's here and it's not going away. It's only going to grow.
Right.
You know, and we're making better and better music so that you guys can actually play our music. 'Cause
You seem to
that's
be-
what we have to do.
You seem to be very attached to Asia, like with your name. I mean, do you have Filipino blood or Asian blood? None?
No, it's weird. I'm not Filipino. I'm not Asian. Only actually, I'm not Asian in this lifetime, but at one point in time, I was a samurai. So
You were
in a previous life, but in this lifetime, I'm not. So yeah.
So again, if you guys just joined us here on the Rowdy Empire, we got Zen Hao.
Yes, thank you
Zen
so
Hao,
much.
that's the correct way
Yes.
of pronouncing it. So Zen Hao is going to be joining us, and he, producer, the artist as well of Stars Cry, which is like a really big track here at Wave 891. We're going to be talking more to him about this track and about the music that he produces and that there's a music video.
Yes.
You're going to be telling us about the music
Yes.
video in
Yes.
just a bit. Okay.
Understand why. Anyway, yeah, Zen Hao, you have a very big fan of your song Stars Cry.
Really? Who?
Yeah, that's Dark Angel on Ustream. Hello, Dark Angel. And
Hey man, what's up?
Oh,
T
Dark
Brown.
Angel. Hey, I want to say thank you to Dark Angel, man. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting the record. Keep asking them to play it every time you can. Ask them to keep playing it.
He's one of the many people.
Without fail.
Thank you so much.
Chicky's just constantly in my ear. Can you play Stars Cry? Because, it's requested over.
Wonderful.
He's one of the
wonderful.
many people that requests
Thank you,
that song.
Chicky. Thank you.
And Just Joselle, she just joined us on Ustream. She's new in the chat room, and she says hi. Hello.
hi.
She or he, yeah. Joselle.
Joselle, hey, hi, he
Hi.
or she.
Hi to Tim Brown, too.
Tim Brown.
Tim.
Tim
Used to be
Brown.
with the U.S. Air Force, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So, he I don't know, is he retired?
I believe so.
Yeah, he retired here in the Philippines, and, he's just enjoying the program this evening.
Okay.
And-
Thank
anyway,
you.
Zen Hao. For those of you who just joined us, Zen Hao, producer, artist as well, and he's here in the Philippines. What exactly are you here for, Zen? Besides going to supporting the Yolanda victims, to do some relief operations as well, and besides doing collaborations with a whole lot of artists, are you here constantly for an immersion of sorts?
I mean, like, this is another home for me, like I said. So I'm just continuing to solidify the foundation here, and I'm a part of the Conectado movement, you know, and which really is a movement to empower the community, you know, and not just try and keep everything that we gain to ourselves. We throw free events all over the hoods, you know, with Sunugan Calle. We don't charge it at a lot of our events. We do a lot of community work. We go to the jails and perform for free, and we go into the hoods and raise money, like even when there isn't disasters, you know, and we do that back home as well, you know. We do it in the West Coast, and through our connection, you know, we have foundation in Brooklyn where Mike and Jehan are from, and then we have the Bay Area, two great meccas of hip hop, you know, where a lot of the history and culture actually comes from. So it only makes sense, man. And like I always tell everybody, it's like anytime I go to any hip hop related anything anywhere in any country, well, that I've been to so far, and especially in the United States, whether it's like graffiti event or it's like you know, breakdancing or MCing or anything, there's always Filipinos there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but they're always amazingly talented.
And they excel, don't they?
They excel. They stand out. Like, no, I'm serious, and I'm not even saying that just because I'm here. You know,
Right.
like it's true, you know, and as an artist, always wanting to go after and you know, excel yourself. Like, why wouldn't you gravitate towards that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so aside from the fact that like, my original crew that I first started rapping with, like many years ago, 2 of the members were Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, sometimes we'd have late shows or whatever, and one of my bros would like crash at my house, and we would be up until like, you know, 3-4 in the morning, and he'd be telling me about the Philippines. Like, oh man, he'd be telling me about his island down in Davao, which I've been to, by the way. I've been to Davao. I've been to Cebu multiple times already. I've been to Palawan last time I was here. Just so you guys know, I'm not just here in Manila, you know. But yeah, he told me about it, and he's like, dude, you have to come. And I came for the first time in 06. February 06, I came for the first time. I was here for 9 days. I probably maybe slept a total of 20 hours, like in 2-hour increments.
Was that because you had a lot of fun?
Yes, I would think so. I mean, dude, me and my friend Zyme, who is also a guy that comes here a lot, and DJ Ron was telling me that he spins his record. I don't know what song he's playing of his, but I guess he's playing some of his music as well. But he's my road dog, and we came here and we just couldn't sleep. We just loved it so much. We had such a great time. Like, that was back when like Prince of Jaipur was still here.
Prince of
Yeah.
Jaipur, my
Yeah.
God.
See,
Yeah,
come
you
on.
used to go there. Used to go there, Chiggy.
Come on, man.
I don't remember Prince of Jaipur anymore. You know why? Because every time I would go there, I would be so sober, and you know, I would always wonder to myself how I got home after going to Prince of Jaipur.
Kind of
Yeah.
like during the Halloween party.
Yes,
Right.
I would suffer from amnesia just right after Prince of Jaipur. Anyway, Zenhao, there have been stories since you come from the Bay Area. There have been stories that I've been told by some friends also in the Bay Area as well. They're like, hey man, you know what? The Filipinos here in the United States in general, they're like, and he would be like, before they wouldn't be as proud being Filipinos, but because of you know, like acts like the Filipino All Stars and
Jabberwockies.
the Jabberwockies. Now you got like little black kids that say, "Hey mom, I want to be Filipino. Can I be Filipino now?" And they would wear these necklaces in red, blue, and yellow.
Like the Philippine flag.
Yeah, like the Philippine flag. They would get them from the Philippine All Stars. And imagine
awesome.
that. You know, you got little American kids saying they want to be Filipino.
Yeah.
This is just so awesome.
That's awesome.
Little little black kids.
Yeah, little black kids. I mean,
Probably little white kids and
Probably
Chinese
little-
kids and Arab
It's funny
kids.
because a
all
lot of
these kids as well.
a lot of Filipinos like hip hop music, which is black music,
Ex-
and
Yes.
black kids
In
want to
general.
be Filipino.
Yeah.
This is just so amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the culture, the culture, you know, breaking down cultural barriers is
Yeah.
just so amazing by means of music and by the culture of hip hop.
Yes, I just had a conversation with my mom about that like not too long ago. I was like, you know what, hip hop actually has broken more barriers musically and culturally than any other genre
has.
of
It
music.
has.
You know, and it continues to do so. Some people want to hold on to it. Some people don't want to share it. Some people are like, it's a black thing, it's a white thing, it's a this thing, it's a that thing. It's a hip hop is in its origin. Let me just say this for all you people listening. Hip hop in its origin was created by the original OGs who were black, who were African Americans. They were actually like gangsters and hardcore, street people. But at the same time, they saw by their experiences what that did to the communities, what it did to the people, and they decided to use music to turn that around. They decided to use music, which evolved into hip hop as a form of uniting the communities, as a form of creating an alternate platform for the youth to participate and to get them off the street. And here we are today. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's transcended across nations. It's transcended across languages. In every single culture, in every single country, you'll find hip hop, and you'll find not only hip hop in English. You'll find
Yeah.
people doing hip hop in their language.
From the Polish to the Russians.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't
Like
matter.
us,
You have-
Francis M.
You have French
Yeah.
hip hop. You have people from Vietnam doing hip hop.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, and like here, some of the biggest songs are Tagalog rap songs.
Yeah.
Tao Lang and Gayuma, and there's a lot of songs that it's not just in English.
Okay, now with this track, Stars Cry,
Yes.
Zen Hao, if I may digress.
Yes, of course.
Going back to Stars Cry, you said that the video is out
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
on YouTube.
Yes.
Tell us more about it.
Yes, it's on YouTube at youtube.com/TRU3H0W, and that's basically like True How with letters and old pager code mixed in there. Because like Zen is like a universal entity, and true, meaning like the way or the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that says True How. But anyway, Stars Cry, yeah, man. It's on there. Check it out. It was directed by my brother Willen Rivera. He's a super talented director. He directed True MC, which is another street banger. Local hood hit that I have with my buddy Mike Kosa. Shout out Mike Kosa, who's definitely doing things out here. But yeah, Stars Cry, man, featuring Blazing Kane, produced by Sly Kane, finished out by Jazzy. Like, the song wouldn't be, I want to say this song would not be what it is today without Jazzy. Like, when I first started making this song, I had seen Jazzy perform at a Conectado event at like Quezon City Hall that Mike put together, and I saw her and I was like, man, like, she's got an amazing voice. And then when I made this song, I was like, yo, Jazzy has to be on this song. And she did it, and it's like, more than the icing on the cake. She completed the song. So Jazzy, thank you if you're listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for making this song next level.
All right, let's check it out. Stars Cry, Zen Hao. The video is now out on YouTube.
If you close your eyes and listen close, you can hear the stars cry. And at the right time of night, you can see the tears fall from their eyes. But I just want you to see that we
crowd when others wish you fall. Enemy's just a natural thing, even if you hate them all. What can I do?
We got the man behind the song, Zen Hao, joining us this evening.
Hello. Thank
And-
you so much for having me, guys.
and-
Appreciate you.
And on a Friday night, where can people catch you? By the way, tonight, right after the program, are you gonna go drinking? Are you gonna go out partying?
Nah, I can't, man. I would love to, but like I sacrificed my time because I just have to give back. Like honestly, even when we first started promoting the record and then Typhoon Yolanda hit, like I ceased all promotion on the record, and all I was focused on was directing people towards ways to help and contribute and you know be a part of raising funds or contributing in some way or another to the relief efforts. You know what I'm saying? And especially with all the corruption that's going on, you know what I mean? Like you definitely need the extra help. So like all of my help has gone directly through particular people and their families. I haven't contributed any money or any funds to any like Red Cross programs or stuff like that. I'm not hating on Red Cross, but I've heard too much stuff, and I've seen too many things for me to risk it. I want to make sure, and so tonight after this, I'm going directly to finish packing. I'm leaving Monday, but I was able to last minute take a trip over to Borbon. I said it earlier. We're gonna go deliver relief goods with my good friend Cello. From Philippine All Stars, and we're going to shoot a music video dedicated to the people, and going to go try and uplift some spirits, give out some a lot of promotional CDs and clothes that we have and food and stuff like that, man. Like, you know, that's more important to me than going and clubbing. I mean, I'd love to do that and enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to sacrifice, you know,
Right.
for the greater good.
Speaking of videos, I actually watched your video of Stars Cry without audio, but I could see that you were there and then you had kind of like crazy contacts on. Is there a significance to that?
Yeah, it is.
In the song?
Well, because in like when you watch the song, basically the story is because the song is Stars Cry, like even us as artists in the spotlight, we still go through problems. You guys here, you know, as a radio host, some people may see you in the spotlight and think that your life is perfect, and not realize that you and I as artists, as personalities, we go through a lot of the same different struggles that everybody else goes through. So the music video, the story is that like basically like I'm kind of like a guardian angel in the story, and I'm watching over Blaze and Kane, who are artists in the story. But they also Blaze has to say goodbye to his father, who's passed away. Kane gets into a life-changing fight with his significant other, who leaves him, and Jazzy is like their therapist, but then she also has her man leave her at the altar. So it's like it's all these real life situations that happen to all of us, you know.
These tragedies.
These tragedies, you know. But I even after that, we can still rise and overcome, you know. Just like, you know, Yolanda, like despite everything, and I know it's easier to say that than to actually be someone who lost somebody in that, but I think it's a beautiful thing to see the resilience of a people to come together, and you know, even the resilience of the world. As crazy as this world that we live in is, like, funny enough, back to the conversation with my mom. Here I am, a grown man, talking about the conversations with my mom. But I mean, she said, you know, and I agree with her. Like, you know, it's amazing that at this point in time, even as much as it seems like the world is separated, when something like this happens here, or it happens in Haiti, or it happens, you know, what's going on in Syria, like, we can come together and work to help. You know, everybody wants to help. Now, of course, there's going to be crazy filters of people stealing and this and that, but that doesn't change what the will of the people wants to happen. The will of the people is that Germany sending people over here, and America and Britain and
Israel
and the list goes on, you know, and that's not just in the Philippines. That's when that happens anywhere else. So like, it all actually ties back to Stars Cry, like in a way, like everybody goes through their different trials and tribulations, but as a people, we can choose to stand up and overcome the obstacles and the tragedies that we experience.
Very well said.
Couldn't
Thank
have
you.
said it any better.
Thank you.
And Stars Cry, besides YouTube, I hear you can also catch it
on Mix Television. Thank you to Mix for playing the record and supporting us. Go and vote for the record at mixph.com. Make sure you play that because we're looking to get in that top 10, hopefully top 3, maybe even the top spot. I'm not being greedy. I would just like to be there in general. Let me give a couple of shout outs.
All right, here we go.
Let me give a couple of shout outs. First and foremost, I need to shout out B-Rock because B-Rock is like the main man behind helping a lot of the push and connecting me to all these people. So much thanks. Salamat, my brother, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you to Rona at urbanpinas.com for helping also push the record and believing it. And thank you to The Wave, all you guys here. I really appreciate you guys.
You're very welcome.
Supporting the record. It wouldn't be able to be what it is right now without you guys and without your continued support. I appreciate the fact that you guys love the song. That helps as well. Shout out to Cello who's coming with me to do this relief fund. Shout out Looney, Abra, Ron Henley, DJ Buddha, DJ Spins, who I also recorded a song with while I'm here. The whole Conectado movement, Putin Calabao, Mike Swift, my man Mac Bully, who is out and about, Sly Kane, Mr. Blaze, Jazzy, all my peoples, man, Nimbus 9, Turbulence. Man, if I didn't say your name, I apologize, but thank you. Mike Kosa, Jay Skills, Basilio, the whole homegrown movement, you know what I mean? Shehi, thank you everybody. Thank you people of the Philippines. I appreciate you. Please know that I don't take your support and your love for granted. I appreciate it and I give it right back, you know what I'm saying? And I have a new record.
Yeah, before we let you go, tell us about a new record that you have.
I have a new record that I'm going to be pushing. It's called Clearly. It's about the truth and life, and you know what I mean? And it's featuring another, like, you guys may or may not know about him. Have you guys heard of a guy named Curse One?
Who?
Curse One.
Yeah, Curse One.
Sounds
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
familiar.
He's actually like a pretty like super huge underground artist. Like this guy has like pictures online that have like with like pictures in the song has got like 8 million views, like 7 million views. Like he has like an amazing following, and not only that, he's like a super nice dude, super humble. He supports other artists, which a lot of big artists don't do. Like once they get to their certain level, they kind of just like hoard their following, but he shares his following and helps other people. He's on the song, and I'm shooting the video with Willin. It's not coming out till next summer, but look out for that. It's called Clearly, featuring Curse One. Man, thank you. Once again, Zenhao, you can find me anywhere. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook, all XIENHOW. And a word of advice to all you aspiring artists that are out here trying to make this music happen: just don't give up. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible, because somebody told me that, and here I am right now, and I continue to do this, and you can do it too. Like, no matter what anybody tells you, believe in yourself, because I believe in you.
And you're living the dream, man.
And I'm living the dream.
Living the dream. Thank you so
you,
much,
guys.
Zenhao, for swinging by Wave 891.
Much respect.
Okay. And we'll see you real soon again.
Yes, for sure. I'll let you guys know whenever I'm in town.
Don't forget, our doors are always open here at
Yes.
Wave 891. Whatever time slot you swing by, our doors, again, are always open.
Thank you for sure.
Zenhao, thank you so much, man. And have a very safe trip when you go to Cebu.
Thank you.
Okay. It's 11:24 in the evening on a Friday night. King DJ Logan with Chicky.
On Wave 891.